Hello, my name is Emma. Welcome to this short introduction video on the new energy flows in the Smappee app. As you have noticed, the energy flows have replaced the yellow and green bubble on the dashboard of the Smappee app. For more than a decade, the yellow and green bubble were prominently present on the home screen of the Smappee app, and they served their purpose well. However, the evolution of energy the last couple of years made it necessary to update the way energy consumption and production are displayed. Reason why the yellow and green bubble are replaced by energy flows. Let's start with a brief summary of what is new before we dive into details. With the bubbles, you could only see live energy consumption and production on the dashboard for your location. You needed to select the bubble for further details. With energy flows, it is possible to select data for a certain period from the home screen. With the bubbles, it was not possible to see where the energy was coming from. Using the energy flows, you can see if energy is sourced from the grid, solar production, or battery. With the bubbles, you did not get a detailed view on the consumers in the household. Thanks to the energy flows, you get a view on the larger consumers in your household. Let's start with the selectable period. By default, the Smappee app displays a summarized information for today. In other words, this gives you an insight on energy consumption and production of the current day. If you want to change the period for which the information is displayed, simply tap on the current period and select the desired period from the list. If you want to see what's going on at that very moment, you select the period called Live. If you want to see information over a longer period, you can choose from 1 day to 12 months. The top section of the energy flows represents the source of the energy. When multiple sources are available for the location, this section is split into a number of tiles. Each tile represents a specific source with the amount of energy. The source can be import from the grid, own energy production like solar energy, or energy coming from a battery. The more energy coming from a specific source, the larger the tile. As the energy flow increases or decreases, the live values will automatically switch between kilowatt and watt. For the longer available periods, the values switch between watt-hours and kilowatt-hours. The bottom section of the energy flows represents where the energy is being consumed or sent to. Just like the energy sources, this section is split into multiple tiles when more than one consumer is present. The bigger the tile, the more energy is consumed. 2 tiles will always be present in the section. The first is the tile represented with a house symbol, which shows the consumption of electrical appliances in the household. The second is the tile represented with a circle arrow and 24 inside it. This represents your always-on consumption. Besides these 2 tiles, an extra tile is added for your charging station and heat pump, if present. In order for these consumers to be displayed, they need to be measured by your Smappee location. It is also possible energy coming from solar production is stored in a battery or being sent to the grid. If so, extra tiles are added to represent where the energy is going to. If you want to see the available information in a graph instead of a tile, you simply tap on one of the tiles. This brings you to the energy flow details. In the details, you choose the range for which you want to see the information. This can be per day, week, month, or year. In order to change the day, week, month, or year being displayed, you tap on the greater than or less than sign just below the graph. To jump back to the current date, tap on the greater than bar on the right. Below the graph, you also have the option to choose which datasets are displayed. The available datasets depend if you selected energy sources or consumers. By tilting your device, the graph is displayed in landscape format. This way you get a bigger graph with more details. Thank you for your attention during this video. You now have an understanding of the information being displayed in the new energy flows of the Smappee app. If you have any further questions, please contact training@smappee.com. See you later.